Hey, so I've been watching a lot of stuff, and I don't know how people would feel about this coming from a white woman, but in regards to all these killings and rappers being killed and these young black men being killed, it's sad to see this every day in the news. I mean, it really is. Like, let's get to the Nipsey Hussle thing. He was killed by a black man. XX Extension, whatever his name is, killed by a black man. Now, I understand everybody being upset behind the police killing, the black men. I understand that. I mean, people with a badge think they have more power and whatever, but without that badge, they wouldn't be shit. So, I do understand that. A friend of mine's son was killed many years ago, and a lot of people will know him, Oscar Grant. And the officer was charged. But when it comes to all these others, I have seen so many. When I moved here to Colorado Springs in '98, you didn't see much about killings here in this town. Now it seems every day someone is getting killed. If it's not a black person, it's a Hispanic. All I can say is this: the hate is real. You young black men, the same ones that are pulling these triggers, are running around yelling Black Lives Matter. If Black Lives mattered so much to you, what I look at is you only care about your own life. These young men are trying to make it somewhere, and I see a lot of hate with it. It's like if someone's coming up in the world, or they make a better song than you, or they're just talking shit in their songs. Big deal. So what? Let them live. They trying to get out of somewhere they were. Nipsey Hussle was doing a lot of good stuff for his community. And we all know that, East LA and Compton and all that kind of crap has always had problems throughout the years with the gangs and so on and so forth. And he was trying to do something. He was doing positive work in his town. And to be killed, that's very sad. And I feel for his family. I myself have 2 black kids. Yeah, they're mixed. And a lot of people look at me as like, well, you can't teach them their ancestry, or you can't teach them how to live black. Bullshit. I made sure I knew about black history to make sure that my kids knew about their heritage. It's not that hard. And I am grateful for the way that I raised my children to know that it is not okay to be going out there killing each other. I've had arguments with some of my black friends in regards to stuff like this because it's, well, you don't know, you don't understand, or this and that. No, I do understand, because majority of my friends are black. My kids are black. I've lived in the homes of my kids' family and learned things. I made it a point to learn about the black community. That's what makes it to where I was able to teach my kids about their heritage. And I'm proud of that. It's just the hate. The hate is real. And then another thing that pisses me off is you still got these 30, 40, and 50-year-olds talking about on my set. Oh, I'll do something on my block. I put it on my block. Crip, blood, whatever. You know what? Grow the fuck up. It is time for you 30, 40, and 50-year-olds that were in the gangs to get the fuck up out of the gangs and teach these young men to do right. Teach these young men that black lives really do matter and to quit killing each other. You know, people blame it on that they didn't have a dad in their life. Well, that's not an excuse to join a gang. That's not an excuse to go kill somebody because you don't like what they said. That's not an excuse to kill somebody because they got more things than you. It takes a community to raise these young men. And it's sad to see these young men dying. You know, back when Obama was being elected to be president, the KKK stated, you know, it's okay, let this black man be president. We don't have to do anything anymore to these black people. We don't have to say nothing because guess what? They're doing the work for us. They're killing each other. That is a damn shame. That is bullshit. You know, I understand that things are being taken from the communities. You know, like recreational things or stuff for kids to do. Like when we were growing up, you know, in our day, we had a lot of stuff that we were able to do. But still, there's no excuse. Fight for it. Do something. Speak up. You know, don't blame it on a single parent home because guess what? I was a single parent raising 2 black children and guess what? They're still alive. They're not dead. They're not out there killing people. They're not joining gangs. They're not in prison. They are living a productive life. Maybe not with people that I want them to be with, but, you know, fuck it. I wasn't with somebody my parents wanted me to be with either. But it's a shame. A fucking shame. And yes, I'm using foul language and I don't give a fuck. But I'm tired of seeing this happening. Like, come on now. You guys sit there and want to blame the white people all the time for shit happening. No. Don't always blame us. Yes, I do understand that a lot of people blame, you know, because of white people owning slaves back in the day. You know, and slavery is still real in some places and so on and so forth. But you can't keep blaming the black people for black men killing black men. Or, wait a minute, I said that wrong. You can't keep blaming the white race for black men killing black men. We need to teach these young men there's more in life. There's more in life than gangs and shooting and killing and thinking it's okay. And stop blaming it on being in a single parent home because that's an excuse. A big excuse. I'm sorry, but this is something that's been weighing on my mind for a long, long time. And I just felt I needed to speak up. Also, I needed to speak up too on other things, you know, like the hate is real. You know, people, one of my really good friends that I grew up with and is still a really good and best friend now is Spice One from the East Bay, from Hayward, California. And he was really good friends with Tupac. And you got these dumb ass motherfuckers always talking bad about someone who's dead. Or saying, oh, that person's the new Tupac. Ain't nobody like Tupac, motherfucker. Tupac was a real lyricist. He told stories. You know, like, and then you got Soulja Boy, who I ain't seen done shit since Love and Hip Hop LA, or wait a minute, he was on Hip Hop or Rappers Marriage Boot Camp. Bitch, you need to quit talking shit about Spice One. Straight up. Because you ain't nothing. Spice One's a legend. He was there with Pac and E40 and all them. And Too Short. Get it correct. They are straight up rap legends. And then you got Flex talking crap about Tupac. Bitch, please. And then this Whack 100. The name fits you because you are whack. Ain't nobody ever heard of you. I don't even know who you are. And I stay up on the music industry game. But then, like, I was sitting there talking to Soulja Boy on Facebook. He's dumb. Gonna try and tell me he'll smack the fire out of Spice One's mouth. Motherfucker, I'll pay to see that shit. I will pay to see that. Because your scrawny ass, you look like a crackhead. But anywho, like I was saying, black communities, stop hating on each other. Grow, love, share. Quit blaming the white people. Because the stigma that's going on right now is the fact that your race is killing each other. And that's sad. Teach these young men it ain't right. Teach these young men that it's nice to have things. You know, so what if other people have stuff better than yours? And again, to you grown-ass motherfuckers that keep talking about this, Crip this and blood this and so on and so forth and the gang stuff, stop. Because these young men look up to you guys. And when you guys are still hollering it, one, you look stupid. And two, you should be teaching these young men to be better. To stop the hate. To keep growing. To prosper. To teach their children to prosper. And to be something. And to be somebody. And not to hate on somebody just because they got a better pair of Nikes than them. Or to hate on somebody because their song is doing better than theirs. I'm just saying. The hate is real and it's sad. Love one another. Come on. We all got to come together. You know what I'm saying? We all just need to come together. And I will stick up for the black race quick. And like I said, I have 2 black children that I have raised as a single parent. Their dad was in prison, yes. But I raised them, and trust me and believe me, it can be done. So stop blaming it on a single family home. Because guess what? Like everybody says, it takes a village, it takes a community to raise a child. It does. Because I did have help, being that their dad was not there. I had my friends to teach me things. I had my family to teach me things. I had their dad's family to teach me things. To teach my black kids their race. To teach my black kids not to hate because of color or race or religion or gender or sexuality. And guess what? My kids are prospering. My kids are grown. They are living their life. They've never been to prison. So that's the one thing that needs to be done, is keep up the positivity and stop killing each other. That's all I wanted to say for today. Bye. Rest in peace, Nipsey.